Alright guys, welcome to this part of the video. This part of the tutorial, I'll be teaching you how to design this particular church flyer here, how I got this, and also don't forget to hit the subscribe button and also turn on the notification icon, because I'll be dropping my next video and you will not want to miss it. You want to be among the first people to watch the video, so hit the notification icon. So we'll get straight to what we have for today. So I'll just reduce this here, then I'll impute my test. This is the test, so I'll just hide this and duplicate it. So this is the first part. Just reduce it. So change the font. What I used here for the assembly to go was Montserrat Bold. This is the font here. This particular font is what I used. So I highlighted it and change the alignment to left. Change the alignment to left. This is left. This is left. So you can see. So if you watch very well, you see that it's in a slanty form, like it's not just straight in the middle. So it's a slant form, and this slant form, like the rotate has a number. This is the rotate, in case you want to rotate yours. The rotate is -19, or all of them I use -19. That's how it is. So I will duplicate this, because if you check very well, you see that the new bridge center is smaller than the Assemblies of God Nigeria. So I duplicate it and remove this. Then from here I will remove the new bridge center. You can see, so it will be like this, just like it was. Then increase the size a bit. That's 25. Then I would put the new bridge center under it. Rotate. Make sure the angle is. So I will close the line spacing here. Line spacing, just close it a bit. Then I will lock the Assemblies of God Nigeria. Then go back to new bridge. Reduce the size. Exactly. So bring it down a bit. So I'll just add all my tests, so that, let me add this shape. So the shape, you see that the edges are curved. So just make it 5. Yeah, 5. So just close it a bit. Then rotate it. Remember, I still use 19, so I have to be checking the rotate to make sure it's 19. So this one is 20, so 19. Send it behind. Then the color I use for this is this color. Looks like a kind of light purple. So you can see, then just adjust this so that it will be okay. Then the text, the Assemblies of God, is, I use black, as you can see. Is black, and the new breed I use yellow, red, sorry, red. So I'll leave this like this, leave the logo for now. I want to make sure add on my text first before I don't, so that I'll just bring in the logos and the rest at the same time. So the next thing that is present, and I'll bring in present and night of glory. Oh, so bring in present and night of glory. So I'll duplicate this to separate them. So present will come first, Then I'll reduce the size. Then change the font. The font is the same font I use Montserrat board. That's the same font. Then rotate it, make sure it's 19 minus 19, not 19 minus 19. Then here I use spacing. I space it, as you can see it there. That's 45. Then I'll just adjust this. No, don't worry, I just want to do this. Later I will. Then I added background to the text, the same color of the shape I use. So just work on this left padding. Just can see, you can do this the way you feel like to do it. So I just want to impute my text. Then after that I will then, now this Night of Glory has a kind of text effect, but I separated them, like the night of from the glory. If you see it here, you see that the night of is smaller than the glory. So let me just reduce it here. So before I will separate them, I have to add the text effect, like the 3D effect and the texture, so that everything will be in line, because everything has to be in line, because I don't want to do it separately. So because I did it together before, I later then separate it because there was a correction on it, so the way it was looking was not nice, so I have to separate the two. So the 3D text effect, just enable it. Okay, first of all, change the font size. This was the font I used. Ammuta regular, you can see it here. That was the font I used, so I'll use that. You can see it has changed. So now go back to 3D text effect. Then at this, don't use perspective, use oblique. Change the depth to 2. Leave the darken that way. This oblique angle, switch it to this angle. Then simulate lightning, turn it off, and that's all for that. Then come back here, add your shadow, reduce the shadow opacity. I think 40 is okay. Then use your offset Y, increase it to 10. Offset X, take it to offset. Alright, yes, 6 minus 6. Just do it this way. Then okay. Then I added stroke, and the stroke was a kind of dark pink color. Then I added texture to the text. Where's that texture? Alright, this was the texture I used, so I just added this texture, and that's also. Now I will just duplicate it and separate them, because I've added all the text effects I need to add. So this will be here. Don't worry, I said I'm going to arrange them. I just want to make sure all my tests are in line first before I start arranging them. So this will be here, then this will be here. The glory, I told you the glory was a kind of a big test. So I will log the glory here. Then let me adjust this night of. So the next thing here, I'll just, let me bring in the picture, because the picture helps me to arrange everything. So at this point I'm going to bring in the picture. So this is the picture. So this is it. Exactly. So this is the picture. So I'll just lock it here, and as you can see, so from here now I'll just adjust the glory, take it this way a bit. Then let me the picture, I think I brought it down a bit. All right, so I'm going to reduce. I don't want this. Reduce this. Yeah, I reduce the glory, and this is it. All right, this is it. So I'll then adjust the night off. As well adjust presents. This present is not called very well. 19. So why is he looking that way? Right, so I have to adjust it. So the same thing goes to the rest. I have to adjust them to make sure it's looking alright. This is 17. This is minus 16. It's minus 16. So come to Assemblies of God. Same thing here. Adjust. Take it up. Then the new breed, the same thing. Just adjust them to make sure it's balanced. So that's minus 17 for the rotate. Now because I'm trying to balance them, these designs was not that easy for me, but I thank God for victory. So that is it. That's why I had to make this design. This is the first time I'm doing something in a slant form. So this is, don't worry, I'm going to arrange it later. This is minus 19. So I'm going to arrange it later. Just let me add everything so that I won't waste much time, because this is taking much time and I don't like it. So send it to back. This is the shape. Change the color, and I use the same color I use in other ones, that light purple. So I duplicate it and just like this, send it to back. Just I lock them. Then I'll add. Okay, this is why I'm making some errors. Don't worry, I'll work on that later. Then the next thing there is the date and the location, which is the address. So you can see what I used to do. This is the buttons. I will duplicate them to separate them. Now the font I use is what's it called? Montserrat bold. The same font I use in the first listing, Montserrat bold. So the font, then the color is black. Just increase the size. As you can see, this is it. Let me check the rotate because it's supposed to be minus 19. So I've gotten this minus 19. Then the next thing is the address. So it's just the same thing, the same font I use. And so I'll change the font. Let me change the color first. Then change the font. The same Montserrat bold that I use. So rotate minus 19. So I'll just increase the size. So this is just it. Then the next thing there is come believing. Where is it? Say come believing, come expecting, and come experiencing. There is no and here, so I need to add and come. So I'll just bring it in with this. Let me reduce the font. So this is it. I'll just duplicate it just like I used to do. Remove this part. Then come believing, come experiences. This font is different from every other font. So I'll still rotate my this into minus. Minus 19. So this is it. But the text I use here is called Bison bold. This is it. This first here, Bison bold. So then I'll increase the size. You can see. This is it. So that's how I did it. Then use a bit of spacing, just one. And if this, okay, that is the color is white as usual. Then the next one is for inquiries. Call. So I'll remove this first part and remove this first part. Then this one, still change the font, Montserrat bold. It is Montserrat bold on Nexa. Wait, let me try another font. I don't think it's the same font I used here. Let me see. There's a font I normally use, Nexa. Let me increase it to see. Okay, it was not Nexa, it was Montserrat bold. It was Montserrat bold, so it was Montserrat bold, so let me rotate it. Montserrat bold I used here. That is minus 19 too. Then you can see the colors are different. The colors, the number, it's yellow. Then for inquiries is white. So I think I've gotten that. Now I have to adjust every other text at the top to align with that the bottom. So go to rotate. Okay, no wonder. I see this is where I got the issue, because this was supposed to be minus 15 and minus 19, and I'm using minus 15. That's why I had issue at the top. So I have to increase this. Yeah, so every night of should come with minus 19. Yeah, so everything is working well now. The glory should come on top of the night of, like, you can see what I mean by on top. The glory should be up while the night of should be down this way. That's what I mean on top. Then present, yeah, it's present, still minus 19. Sorry, minus 19. Then go to my shape, gives it minus 19 to minus 19. Sorry, no, minus 20, minus 19. But it's 1, 2, 1, 2. Now I'm just trying to align it. Then assemblies of God, which is should have its minus 19. So new breed center. Oh, there is a mistake in that new breed. It's supposed to be new breed, and I'm seeing new bread. The same mistake I made while designing this automatic. This is auto test. So minus 19. Take note of that. All the rotate is minus 19. So this is just it. So I think I have adjusted it in every write-up the way it's supposed to be. So I'll just be importing every other thing, like the logo and the icon I use for the date and for the location. So let me just import the icons first, because I think those one are close. Yeah, close by, close by, close by, close by, close by. So this is the icon I use for the dates, for the date and time, because this comes with date and time. You can see there. So it's very easy because I put them on the same line, so I refuse to separate them. So if you check, you see that this comes with a white background. So what I will do, come here, you see where they say erase color. This is erase color. So once you tap it, enable it, the white background went off. So I just click OK and change the color to red. You can see it just like that. Then I rotate it normal as 19, minus 19. Minus 19. Then reduce the size to 6. And that's it. Very simple. Then I'll import the one for the address. Then this is the one I use for the address. This is the address. You can see what I'm doing. Just search for date and time icons or location icon. You see all this. So the same thing to erase the color, the same thing I did. Then I changed to erase the background, sorry. Then I change the color. Same thing, reduce it to 6. Then rotate it minus 19. Minus 19. So take this here. That size is the size here is 5. So that is just it. Let me just it a bit. So that is just it. I've gotten this. Now the next thing is the logo. This thing is not balanced yet. Let me balance this first. It's not balanced yet. 1, 2. Yeah, it's balanced now. Then the assemblies of code. 1, 2. Make sure this thing is balanced. Don't just design and make sure you watch it yourself to make sure it's balanced. Sorry about that. So now I can now import the logo. Oh my god. Okay, this is the logo. As you can see, this is the logo. So I'll just bring it there. Just rotate it as usual, minus 19. Then fix it in where it's supposed to be. Exactly. So this is it. So I've gotten that. Then the next thing is the background. So I'll just be importing the background, but I think I'll hide this for now. Let me just hide it. And okay, first of all, the color for the background I use is a kind of dark red. This was the color, kind of dark red. Then I use texture because I don't like leaving my background that way, so I added texture. So let me show you the texture. All right, you see this particular texture and this particular one, those are the texture I use. So I'll come with this first. So use this. I see, please don't drag an image from here, but rather drag it from here, because that's where I'm dragging it. Don't drag it by the side or at the top. Drag it from the edge, this edge, like angle. That's what I mean by the edge. So I'll drag it, then use relative position, take it here and something like this. But this one I brought it this way. So just take it by the side, let it be like centralized. So send it to back, like behind, like this. Then I reduce the opacity to minus to 20. Sorry, not minus 20, to 20. Then I will lock it. Then I will bring in the other one. Sorry. This is the next one I use. So I'll just increase it. You see the way I still drag it. So please keep dragging it that way. Then send this to back too. So when you send it to back, now let me show you from here, from the layers. You can see that the fire background is at the top, while the purple background is behind it. So now the purple background, I reduce the opacity to minus 60. Sorry, to 60. Sorry, I don't know why minus has entered my mouth. So after that, then I did color filters. This is color filters. Like I changed the color of the purple background because I wanted it to blend. Now if you check, it's not looking as if it's, let me show you from the design. Let me show you from here. It's looking something like red. Normally it was supposed to be giving that purple color, but because I did some color filter on it, so the color filter I did was this hue, the first option here. I made it 51. You can see if you switch, you see that the color is changing, but I made it 51. It was 51. So as you can see, that's how I got that color. So that's that. Then if you check again, you see that there are two images by this side, this part and this other part. So I'm going to be adding the image now, because I think those are the two last thing I need to add, plus the one down here. That one is a. So let me import the image. That is that image. Where's that image? What's happening? What's happening? Ah, why am I not seeing this? All right, this is the image I use. This is it. So but before then, you see that this image is facing right, so I use this to sweep it to the left. You can see, so that was what I did here. I use that to sweep it to the left. So let me reduce this. So I brought this here at the top here, just like as you can see from the image. So I send it behind to back to the background main. So if you check very well, you see that there are some sharp edges here. The image is having some sharp edges, so I have to blend it to the background. So what I did, this is, I believe before now you have watched how to blend image on background, so you should know how to get a shadow, like to form a shadow using this stroke. So this is it, you can see it here. So I'll just use this. Now I will change the color to the color of the background, the primary color, like the background color. This is the background color. So I will send the shadow to back. When I send it to back, then I will send the image behind the shadow like this, so that it will cover the sharp edges. So I would still duplicate it until I have seen that it's no, the sharp edge is no longer there. That is just it. So you have seen how I did that, so I don't need to repeat. So I'll just duplicate it. I've finished the down part, so this other part of the image, I still do the same thing. Just send it to back, just like that. Just like that. I'm done with that. This particular image, I've gotten that. So let me bring in the second image. Sorry that this is taking long, and please don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to turn on the notification icon if you are enjoying this. Don't forget to do that. Please help me and subscribe, and also turn on the notification icon. I will keep dropping videos, so you should be among the first people to watch. So if you don't turn on the notification icon, you won't get the notification when I drop the video. So this is the second image I use. This is the second image I use. So this is it. So this is the second image. I'll send it to back too. So I send it to back, and the same thing I will do to like the edges. So I'll just copy this image, like to duplicate this particular shadow again, then use it to cover the edges of this particular one. So the same way, send it to back, send the image to back, just like that. Just like that. Nothing much. You should have known how to do this in how to blend. So just duplicate this, come to this other side, make sure I blend it to back. So that's that. I'll blend this, finish. Then the next thing is this top paper here. This top paper here, it's just a top paper, it's not something serious. Just search for top paper, tone paper, that's the name. So this is it here. That's that. So I just rotate it in a slanty form. As you can see, this is just, that's just it. And okay, so I've gotten this. So we'll finish our design. As you can see, we'll finish our design. So what I will just do is to save. No, sorry. This top paper came up a bit. Let me this is how it looks like. Let me rotate it. This is how it looks like. So just this way. So you just need to save it. Wait, let me hide this. So I've gotten that. You just need to save this, save as image, save using ultra mode PNG, then ultra dimension. Sorry that this video is taking much time, but I believe this helps you to this is your design. So working on everything, it took me much time, just like I said before, but thank God, because this is the first time I'm doing something in this format. So I just decided to test this pattern of design, like in a slant form. That's what I mean, testing something in a new format. So don't forget to subscribe. So after that, you can see this is the color. Then go to your Snapseed. Go to your Snapseed to do the final touching. So import it on Snapseed. So use pop. The first thing I did was to use pop. Use pop. And this is it. You can see I'm getting it. Now go to tools. Now that pop option is under looks. All this other option you're seeing here. So go to tools. First of all, click on your curves. Then take it down a bit, like to darken it a bit. Then the next thing, still go to tools, go to details. Under details you have structure, and so my structure is 50, and you have sharpening. Click on this to see the next option, which is sharpening. Click on sharpening, increase it to 50, although you can do it the way you feel like it's good for you. Then after that, still go to tools and go to tuner contrast. Then this is high tune. Just do it the way you feel like is okay for you. You can see what I'm doing here. Take down this mid tone, go to my protect shadow. I love increasing my protect shadow to 25 and my protect highlights to 25. Then okay it. Then the last thing is grainy film. This grainy film here, click on it, and this is it. Now there are different options: A01, A02, A03, A04, B01. So but I used A03. That was what I used. So this is it. This is how I sharpen my images. Oh, sorry, I made a mistake on something. This shape here, there's supposed to be a shadow under it, so I've forgotten about the shadow. I'm just seeing it now. So but let me just show you what I mean. Okay, let me just save this particular one. So since we are done, you can see this is the one from Pixellab, and this is how Snapseed gave it to us. Let me just save it. I'll go back and I'll just add the shadow, show you how I added the shadow, and you just get that. So the image I've saved. So let's go back to Pixellab. So I'll just add the shadow now, and I'll take it back to. So just once you click on the image, click on shadow, then click on this plus icon to reduce the shadow. This plus icon, bring this here to reduce the shadow. Then use your offset Y to bring the shadow down. Like I brought it down a bit, you can see the shadow is showing. Then your offset Y to take it by the side, so you can see the difference now. So I will receive this image. Then I want to show you something now on Pixellab, on Snapseed. This thing is getting to 40 minutes. Sorry, I finished designing, but let me just show you one thing you need to know. Now I will not need to edit the image again on Snapseed. What I'll just do, I'll just use last edit, the one I edit and saved. That was why I have to save that image before coming back to do this. The one I edit and saved, the settings has been saved on Snapseed. So the settings used to be saved. Now if I go to Snapseed, then I'll open a new image, which is that new one now. This new one. Now you can see here, you see where they say last edit. So if I tap on it, the other editing I did saved, because I save the image, you can see just automatic, then I'll just export this one. So but if you take time, you do not come back, like if you wasted time for some time, you do not come back to Snapseed, this last edit will not be there. But if you just design an image and you work on it on Snapseed and you discover there is a mistake, just save it so that when you come back, you will not want to start afresh again editing it. You will just do last edit and this will just happen. So thank you for staying till the end, and don't forget, subscribe and turn on the notification icon. Like, you can share, drop your comment section on what you want to learn next about Pixellab, then I'll try to make my video on that. Thank you and God bless you as you do that.